Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stephanie. If you're new here, I'm on a journey of grief. My oldest son passed away unexpectedly on January 19th of 2023, and this is just my life right now. Not a year ago, but my life as it is right now, and trying to continue to find hope. Again, if I can help one person with my words, that's awesome. If I can reach a group of people, that's awesome. And that's the only thing I can hope for. And I know in my last video I said we talk about Tony's life, and I got to thinking about that, and there's no way I can describe Tony's life in one video, or think that's probably healthy for me to do in one video. I can tell you, about him. I can tell you a little bit about him. He was born September 28th, 1988. I was a teen mom. I got pregnant in high school with him, and I graduated in May and had him in September. I had him September 28th, and I turned 18 September 16th. So I was just barely an adult. So, lots to learn as a teen mom. Lots to learn. Lots of help from the parents there on that one. But we ventured out on our own. Myself, his daddy, my high school sweetheart, who I did marry, and we ventured out on our own when he was about 6 months old. And wow, what a handful! The baby was a handful. Now, he was actually a pretty good baby. It's when he got into that toddler terrible twos. Ooh, look out. But that's normal, and he was a healthy boy. He was mischievous. He loved to laugh. I think he loved life. I think he loved his family. Yeah, he, in my eyes, was one of the smartest people I knew. And, thinking back, I always think back like to when he was a little boy. And so that's where I'm starting this, his journey of life. He was a little boy, a little toddler, found out he was going to be a big brother. He was excited, and, just went to all the local schools, graduated, went on to college. He went to WVU. He was mastering in business management, just everything business. And he did get his bachelor's as well. So very, very smart, very career goal oriented, like always looking for the best job and everything. And he had some good jobs, and He traveled a lot. We'll get there eventually, but I think he lived in more states than I've traveled. Um, he, when he first left our area, he went to Florida. And from Florida, he traveled so much over the country, and he ended back up in Florida. He wasn't there long before he passed, unfortunately, but he did. That's where he ended back up at. So, yeah. I mean, if you would have asked me even 3 years ago, is this where I would be right now? I'd be like, you're crazy. Because this is the most challenging thing a parent can do. It's the most devastating thing that you'll ever go through. I feel like I'm untouchable now. Like, nothing could hurt me the way that I've already been hurt. It's like nothing's ever gonna hurt me again. It feels that way to me. I'm not saying that's true, but that's how it feels. Um, I know last time I said I'd touch on also some books. And I know when this first happened, I was so overwhelmed, and I just couldn't wrap my whole head around it. Still can't a lot of days. And then if I try to, I just get angry. So try not to. But I was giving so many books. And I'm not saying books don't work. But what I'm saying is there are a lot of work to read at that moment. It's a lot to put in time and energy, and just your emotions are all over the place. You don't even want to move, let alone read a book. So a lot of these are special because they were given to me by special people, and they're all special actually. But I'm going to tell you which one's been most useful to me, and ones I still need to explore. So I received When You Lose Someone You Love. I don't think it has an author, but I received this from my parents. So this is a very special book. I do need to explore it more. It has a lot of words. A lot of words. So that's what I mean by hard to read. But I will treasure this, cherish it, and when I'm ready, I will have some reading to do. Okay. I'm trying to think. Let's see. This one is Beyond the Darkness. And it looks like it was written by Clarissa Mole. And basically it says you don't need to walk alone. The Bible says that God is near the brokenhearted. But what does that look like when you're lost in the darkness of agonizing grief? Unfortunately, this one also has so many words that it's been hard for me to pick up and read. And I'm sure there's some really good stuff in this book. Both these books that I just mentioned. Faith Doesn't Erase Grief. Looks like by Kate Meyer, A Guide to Navigating Grief. A lot of words, a lot of tasks. This looks like a hard one. But embracing the experience and finding hope, that sounds uplifting. So, again, I need to, when I'm ready, explore that. 1 Year of Hope. Dare to Hope When Life Has Let You Down. By Nancy Guthrie. I have a bookmark on this. And I made it to week 1. The Brokenhearted. This is the one with the most words. But I'm clinging on to this word. Again, definitely something I need to do personally is sit down and read these. Even if I just open it up to a random page, pick that page, and, maybe get a quote or a verse or something uplifting. Maybe I'll set a goal for that. Because people were kind enough to gift these to me. So I need to read them and learn from them and share that with you guys. So, I have 2 more left. And these are the ones that helped me the most. Welcome to the Grief Club. Because You Don't Have to Go Through It Alone by Janine Cow. I'm thinking is how you say her last name. KwOH. Because there's not a lot of words. And it breaks it down. What people say. What grief feels like. Walking around in a fog. Did I eat today? It feels like you have a physical hole in your heart. Getting thrown around by waves that come and go without warning. Not gentle looping waves, giant crashing ones. Being on fire without anyone noticing. That's a big one for me. I can hide a lot. So, yeah. And it just goes through easier ways to read it. Acceptable times and places to cry. Well, look at that. Anywhere and everywhere. So for people shaming people for crying on the internet, you're allowed to. This book says so. And this was probably my favorite. And I think it's for a child, but it's my favorite. It's called Grief is a Mess. And it's written and illustrated by Jackie Should. And it just basically, grief is a mess. And it goes on with the stages. I know this is probably backwards. And it just goes by the emotions that can be experienced. And it says there are even moments we feel like ourselves again. And we return to the things we love. So be kind to yourself and others. So for me, this, plain and simple, was one of the easiest ones. So that's my book collection for now. I don't know. I don't read a whole lot. I say it's because I work on the computer all day and my eyes aren't the best. And by the time nighttime rolls around, I'm like, oh, my eyes are tired. I don't want to read. So I have a lot of excuses there. Or maybe they're not excuses. I don't know. But I wanted to get on here, touch base with everybody, try to grow my channel. So if you like what you're seeing, please hit like and subscribe. Some days are obviously a lot harder than others. And you just have to go with the flow. And I feel like I'm all over the place today, so it's okay. We can have days like that. I feel like this video I've been all over the place, but I think it's okay. It's okay. This is real. This is raw. This is how I'm feeling. I'm trying to tell like an audience or hopefully some moms that are going through the same thing, you know. It's okay. It's okay to feel crappy. I mean, and I'm trying to get back to a life where I don't feel crappy. To where I wake up and want to get out of bed and want to be happy and joyful and full of life again. I'm not sure that's ever going to happen. But I want to live. I do want to live again, not just survive. And I know I'll say that in a lot of my videos because there's a lot of times I feel like I just survive. But I have so much to live for. And I am blessed. But I am also hurt deeply. Immensely. There is a huge hole in my heart. I will always miss Tony. Everything about him. Some days I miss him more than others. Sorry for the distraction of Heidi. But I miss him every day. Every day. That has not gone away. Some days I feel like a warrior. Other days I feel like the weakest person around. So, but we have to keep trying, stay present, stay positive, stay busy. And keep trying, finding ways to interact with others and be a blessing to someone. So I hope if this video could just help one person, if one of those books I shared that you can go purchase or whatever can help you, that's great. If just catching a glimpse of Heidi in the background sometimes helps, that's also great. But yeah, I just want to be a help. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. And stick around with me because we never know what's around the corner. Thanks, guys.